Hey, everybody, and welcome to a mini episode of Solo Talks. And in this discussion, I wanted to talk about procrastination because I think a lot of people suffer from this, and I know I definitely do. So I work an average of 40 hours a week, maybe sometimes 50 hours a week, and that can sometimes fluctuate up or down depending on if I'm needed more, if I'm not needed more. But when I'm not working at my official job, I'm also doing side work for a bunch of people. And that takes up about, I'd say, 25 to 30 hours per week if I do it on my days off or if I do it before I actually go to my official job. Well, I've been doing this for a couple years now just to make some extra moolah. And I've gotten to the point where I really don't want to do anything anymore. And it's got me thinking, like, if anyone else suffers from just procrastinating until the last moment, or just not doing something that they could be doing, that they want to do, or that they need to do later down the line just because they don't either have time or they just don't care enough to actually get off their butt and do it. And what's awesome and what really made me discuss this or want to discuss this is the fact that my lawnmower broke about a week and a half ago. And I have been so busy doing other stuff that I haven't gotten around to actually fixing it. However, I actually managed to get it running just a few hours ago, and I did an all-nighter, meaning I took it apart last night. I put it back together. I put the new parts in. I put the old parts in storage, so I clean them up. I might repair them, put them back on the lawnmower if something happens. And I finally got it running. Well, I still need a few minor touches on it, but the fact is, I have been procrastinating on fixing my lawnmower because one of my main side work, one of my main side jobs is mowing grass for people. And I thought it would take me forever to get it started and get it running. And no, it only took me probably a night and a half to get it running. And now I just got to do some final touches on it, and it will be ready for labor once again. And for anyone wondering, I do a lot of things. I recently joined a boxing gym, which I've actually only gone 3 times, and that's because they're mostly open in the daytime. And I recently found out that at night there's people living there, the sub managers and the owner. And I like to go. I like to go work out at night because I'm a night owl. I work during the afternoon, I work during the day, and then at night is when I game. It's when I relax, or it's when I do whatever I want to. So at night I work out. Well, I went there and I accidentally woke up one of the sub owners because he was sleeping in the weight room. Not in the weight room, but he has his own bedroom behind the weight room. So me clanking metal and stuff like that woke him up. Now this was at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was told the gym was open 24. I could come whenever I wanted to. The doors were always open, which they are. But he said, we'll work something out. Just could you try to be a little bit quiet? And I'm like, okay. And then I started working out, and then I realized, you know what? I'm just going home. I don't want to offend him. I don't want to wake him up or anything like that. So I went home. But the funny thing is, I could go early in the morning, like 7, 9 o'clock, work out, and then do my other daily stuff. But I procrastinate. I tell myself, no, I don't want to waste the energy going to work out because I won't have enough energy for my daily job or any side work that I want to do. But the funny thing is, I do side work sometimes before I even go into my normal job. So that's me procrastinating. That's me saying, I don't want to go to the gym early to work out because I'm personally used to going at 2 o'clock in the morning or 12. So that's me procrastinating, giving myself an excuse to not go. And I feel a lot of people do this. I've seen a ton of people just say they don't have time to do this. They don't want to do this or this. They want to do this, but they never have enough time to do it. And I've seen a lot of people go on vacation lately. And I always think, well, if you have enough time to go on vacation, you probably have enough time to do whatever you wanted to do in the first place. Now, I understand how life is. If you work every day for however long, you get home, you don't want to do anything. You want to go to sleep. You might want to unwind. You don't want to do all the tasks that you got to do or you want to do. Like, I have a few like people who want to go to a sparring gym. Well, my boss owns said sparring gym, or he's friends with the guy who owns the sparring gym. I keep hearing people, I'm going to go to that gym on Monday, and I say, did you go? And they say, no, we never got around to it. And I'm like, well, what about the days you got off or something like that? And they're like, well, we're busy then and whatnot. And I do understand that you have things you need to do and you have things you want to do. Things you need to do always come first. Things you want to do always come second. But I've also seen people procrastinate on important things that they need to get completed and they just put it off until so and so time. And then they finally do it. Then they complain about, oh, it took too long, or oh, I just hate how long I waited, blah, blah, blah. But I think procrastination is not a disease, it's not a disease, but it's a mindset that can sometimes hinder people. And you would think, oh, it's just based on things you want to do or you don't want to do. Well, no, you can also procrastinate when you're trying to talk to someone about something and you keep putting it off along for an extended amount of time. And you're like, oh, by the time I get around to talking to them about it, it's either irrelevant or it's not important or it's too late. Another good example about me, I was at a Goodwill the other day and I saw a really nice washer for $50. Now I have a washer, but my neighbor doesn't. And I was looking at it and I said, I should call my neighbor and tell her that there's a washer dirt cheap that she could use. And she's been wanting a washer. But I tell myself, nah, you know what? I'll walk around the store for a little bit and then I will call her and tell her about it. But I looked at it, I walked away, went to the clothes section, and not 2 minutes after I walked away, some lady comes in and flat out buys it then and there. And I did end up calling my neighbor. She was honestly kind of excited for the washer, and I told her the price because it was only $50, which is a steal for a brand new washer. And she said, well, I could use it, but I'm waiting until I get my new place and whatnot. And she said, well, how about this? Like, buy it and then take it to me and we can both use it. Well, the thing is, I was procrastinating. I didn't tell the clerk that I was going to buy it then, and I didn't call her and tell her if she, or asked her if she wanted it then. And because of that, we lost out on a very good deal. Now, she thanked me for going out and finding a washer, even though I wasn't actually looking for one, I was looking for clothes. But she thanked me for finding the washer. She thanked me for being considerate enough to call her and ask her if she would be interested. I also said, hey, would you like the dryer? She said, no, I don't want the dryer. But because I was procrastinating, it something happened to make the decision for me. And again, it's okay to procrastinate a little bit because everyone's going to do it. It's inevitable. You're going to say to yourself, I want to do this, but I also don't care enough to do it. And that's fine. But for me, I think procrastination on important things should clear your mind or should be evacuated from your mind. Erase that from your mind at all times. It's best to do the important stuff immediately, get it over with, and be done with it. And another thing is like the lawnmower. I was procrastinating about the lawnmower because I personally just said I did not have enough time to do it, and I was putting it off because it's also extremely hot outside. Heck, I don't know if you could see it, but I'm actually sweating right now just because I turned my AC off to make this video a little bit more clear. But it's really hot outside, and I've been tired lately, and I've been trying to do some editing and whatnot, and I just said it would take me too long to get it running. Well, a night and a few hours today, and I already got it running. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. It still needs some work to it, but I bet you I could get it completely repaired in less than a day if I actually sat down and did it. Another thing, again, this applies to me. The Astrobot series, I actually uploaded 2 episodes, and during those episodes, I went on a rant about the game. I went on a rant about what I like about it, why I like it, why I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. But you probably notice I rant a lot, or I think of things and try to make sense of them when I don't really need to make sense of them. But with the Astrobot series, I've been saying I was going to upload episodes. I was sorry, I had a notification on my phone just pop up, and I was like, I'm reading it. But I said I'm going to upload episodes on Astrobot so and so, and guess what? I've been procrastinating for a long time because I said I want to make it a good experience. I want to make it as enjoyable to watch as possible. And you know what? I just made it. Yeah, I kind of rambled on quite a bit for a lot of the episode, but it didn't take me but 3 hours of recording and 1 hour of like processing each video. And I got those on the channel on the same day. And I know I don't have a proper schedule and whatnot, but me procrastinating puts me in a mindset where I feel like I can't do anything or I don't want to do anything. And or that I just don't have time to do anything when realistically I do have enough time to do some things, but I don't have enough time to do everything. I like to work out. I like to play video games. I like to make money. And gaming, I try to only do about 3 to 4 hours a day now. Working out, I try to do at select times. Like I did a workout at home, which I might post, I might not. It was at night and it was kind of hard to see, but I did a workout at home, and that took me about an hour, not too long, and that left me with plenty of time to go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and work on my lawnmower, do this, and get ready for my work schedule. I even cleaned my car. It didn't take but maybe 40 minutes. I did a load of laundry. Didn't take but 60 minutes, and I could do a bunch of other stuff while doing it. I cleaned my house up a little bit, and that didn't take long. I did a bunch of stuff outside that didn't really take that long, and I did it all before I had to go to work. But procrastination seems to be something that a lot of people fall into. And no, it's not the most serious thing. And honestly, this is just something I wanted to talk about. But if you think you don't have time to do something, try doing it. Just give it a shot. You'll be surprised that you do, in fact, have time to do some things. But I don't know. What's y'all's opinion? Do you ever procrastinate about anything and think you don't have enough time or you just don't have the desire to do it and you put it off to the last minute? I don't know. Sometimes I think everyone does, but you can never figure out something or figure out you can do something until you at least try to do it. But that's solo talk mini episode done, and we talked about procrastination. So I don't know. That's this is the stuff that goes on in my head, and this is the stuff that I constantly think about all the time. But yeah, procrastination's kind of irritating, and putting stuff off for too long can eventually backfire on you. And life is short. If you don't do the things you want to do or need to do, sometimes you won't get a chance to do them tomorrow. You never know. Things might change in an instant. So if you think you want to do something, just do it. Just do it. If it's not harming anyone else and you got time to do it, give it a shot. Get it over with. You might enjoy it, you might not. But at least you said, I completed it. I did it. And yeah, that's all I have today. Small little episode, not too long, but something on my mind that I wanted to talk about. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you when I see you. Toodles.